Could you stop? I'm about to film.
So, firstly, apologies if I am out of breath, but I've just been taking Pippin for a run, and I am very unfit. And secondly, apologies for the long time no video. I've actually been ill for the past week or so. You can still probably hear it in my voice. Still not gone. It's been nothing major, just man flu, really. But anyway, I look really dead on camera, so that's why I never uploaded in the last couple of weeks. On a lighter note though, I've also been busy, it was actually only one day, but still. I was helping out Kyle with his new short film, The Joker, which will be out later this month. Link to the trailer is in the description below. Charlie was helping to film some behind the scenes, although I of course filmed some bits as well. In fact, here's a clip from my behind the scenes.
So the car park should be...
Yes, the car park is after this
there it
gate,
is,
turn
there it
right,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I can show you without giving anything away. So anyway, go subscribe to Kyle's channel and his film will be out later this month. I'm still ill. So as you could probably guess from the title, I'm going to be looking at 10 mistakes that I've actually made it onto my channel and in previous videos. Where are you going? These aren't going to be ranked in any particular order, they're just 10 mistakes and I'm going to list them. So here are 10 mistakes throughout Michgoo. Firstly, there was sliver linings, which was all the way back in my AS Media coursework. And this was something nobody had noticed until someone pointed it out, I think about 5 months after I'd actually sent it away to be graded. As much as I'd like to try and forget all about hashtag, because it was definitely not my best piece of work, it seems that right after the whole title sequence, when it came up with Silver Lining Productions, which was the name that we had to have be involved somewhere, turns out it had gone completely unnoticed that it actually said sliver linings. How I passed English, I will never know. The lens cap in amateur campers. Now, yet again, another one of my AS bits of coursework, this time though for film studies. I really liked this, mainly because I only had 3 days to film it at that location, and after my first try of editing, sent it away to my teacher and I got full marks already, so I was very happy with that. One thing though I did notice, which obviously I could do nothing about, was whilst I did the whole sort of dream falling sequence in the snow, you can see several times the lens cap of the camera flying right past. Annoyingly, there was nothing I could do about that, but hey, I got full marks anyway, so clearly they didn't notice. That time I met Adele. Firstly, if things look a little different, that's because I was midway through editing and realised I completely forgot to do this one. So yeah, gotta do that now. So anyway, the Adele video, where the whole entire video was pretty much a mistake. This was one that a few people might have seen, of where myself and Omar, we were sort of doing a parody of Adele's Hello. But after a day or so, I believe the whole entire video was taken down under copyright acts or something, which was annoying. And that also gave me a strike on my channel at the time, which is why around that time as well I think things went quite quiet for me. So I don't even actually really have the video anymore, although I do still keep a clip that's been muted on the show reel from last year, which is the bit I'm about to show you now. Spa day with no spa. Now this is an interesting mistake because it still kind of made it in. And the whole concept for the little sketch was to be, you know, let's go to a spa, as in S-P-A-R, which here in Britain and various other places I think is some sort of, you know, corner shop. And so there was one just down the bottom of my road, which I was going to use obviously for us to be looking at. Turns out that that spa had been gone for the past 5 years and was now something like a cost cutter. So I was all screwed with that footage that we filmed, and so I thought, well, now I need to try and find some footage of a spa shop. And after looking online, I ended up finding that little clip at the end, which was taken from a spa advert, which is why it looks so out of place, but, you know, the whole thing was just crap anyway, so.
I thought you said a spa day.
Yeah, day at the spa.
This isn't what I had in mind.
Aaron's fall, in a nutshell, photographers. This was a mistake that went in on purposely, might I add. But when all the photographers turn around and run away, Aaron actually falls out of the tree, which was completely unintentional, and he got really annoyed at me for that because he got his shorts all muddy. But I kept it in anyway because it was funny.
50mm.
Hey guys.
Oh, 5.
Not in sync in viral. Now this happens a lot in TV shows and stuff like that, where you've got to change the camera angle but the audio is from the same clip, so sometimes the audio and the moving mouth don't actually match. This kind of happened in viral, which not a lot of people noticed and I didn't exactly care about because it wasn't a major plot hole or anything. But if you watch closely during this scene where there are a couple of shots but only one piece of audio going over the top, which is why it doesn't actually match up at one point when I'm moving my mouth.
Say,
You know, you could have just opened a notepad on your tablet, it would have been so much more convenient.
yes, Michael, I could have done that.
All the way back to where it pretty much all started with Omar the Weatherman, which I haven't mentioned in ages, actually, which is strange. But even though it was very cheap, it was very quick to do, something we can all clearly see, which is right after Omar said his classic line, you can see the camera go in and out of focus, because I unfortunately left the camera on autofocus instead of manual, which is why it kept doing that throughout the video. And annoyingly, my battery actually died after filming that shot, so that was the only extract of me saying, "Thank you, Omar," that I had. Dez's head in Welcome to My World, yet again another piece of my coursework, this time for Media Studies A2, and another point of where two shots don't exactly match up, this time when I'm under the stairs doing my line and Dez's head comes round. He then calls for Deirdre, so obviously looks away from the camera, however in the next shot he is looking straight at me. So that's just a bit of continuity, not a massive mistake, as I think I still got full marks on that one as well, but I don't know, either just nobody really noticed or teachers are blind.
Deirdre is under the stairs again.
It's for dramatic effect. Another one from Viral, where there's no Kyle in the background. During Viral, as you might have clocked already, there was only 3 of us involved in the whole thing. So in some shots, we all couldn't be there. In one case though, in a shot we filmed afterwards of myself on the laptop, you can see the sofa, the trademark sofa from Kyle's house, in the background. Although regardless of what the last shot was, Kyle and Charlie are no longer sat on that sofa. There is enough room that you should be able to clearly see at least Kyle's head, but he's just not there. That might be because he was standing behind the camera filming it, but I don't know, maybe he just teleports.
Nah, I can't rap, and Michael's too white.
Can I answer for myself for a change? And finally, Fox Earth, the gate, where there was a pointless jump I had to do, of where I made it look like I had to jump over a fence in order to rummage in a bin, which just makes me sound really homeless out of context. And I was so careful during all of that to make sure I didn't get a gate in, which was actually right next to me. And then I completely forgot at the point when I had to throw the drink back in the bin that the gate is clearly there, open in the background, making the jump completely pointless and just making me look like a nonce. Something smells good. Bear with me, just trying to look up what a nonce actually is. But anyway, there were 10 mistakes featured throughout Michgoo. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, whatever you do on the gadgets nowadays. Remember, the link to Kyle's channel is in the description below, so go subscribe to that, because you don't want to miss his short film. It's about the Joker. It's just brilliant, true brilliance. And before the comments start flooding in, yes, I'm aware, my whole channel is actually a mistake. Oh god, Pippin's gone. Where's she gone?